All right, so this is what's really happening. And I got Patrick Liu in studio
Yeah, that's me.
of the PLB.
And Lunatic. Simplified version of PLB.
Wait, so that's two bands? I thought it was...
Well, here's the thing though, like, PLB is actually a metaverse rock band that stars me and my fictional cousin Madeline, which is actually me cross-dressed as a female, a tall, curvy Asian female or something like that. And I make up this like kind of like virtual rock band kind of identity, like the Chipmunks or Josie and the Pussycats, and just present it all over social media. To simplify the experience, I play music as this rock and roll DJ guitar player under the stage name Lunatic rather than go out as PLB, because PLB is way too sophisticated to present on stage.
And that's lunatic with a L-E-W.
Yeah, it's based on my father's surname actually.
Sir, okay. Well, because he's a man, so sir.
Yeah. Well, I could go
Siobhan Kelly, podcaster.
Hey.
What do you think? Does that sound pretty awesome so far?
It does sound pretty awesome so far.
Thank you.
I can't wait to like go in and see his alter ego.
Yeah. So that's one thing someone brought up today, because they said, is Madeline coming?
No, unfortunately, without the technology to clone people or clone myself as this gender swap version on FaceApp on my smartphone, as of the present day of 2023, or I don't even have the budget to create a hologram of her to bring her on stage here with me and stuff like that. I don't think this technology is gonna be invented probably in maybe 10 or 20 years from now probably. So I'm just coming in as this rock and roll DJ under the name Lunatic.
So maybe in 10 years.
Maybe 10 years, breaking the K-Fab, breaking the fourth wall, she'll be probably in this room with me at all times.
Madeline.
Yeah, exactly. When I get the money to clone a version of her on stage and stuff like that, like a hologram.
What does she play? She's able to play the music?
Oh, she's a bass player and a singer.
And she works with you at the Safeway, right?
Yeah.
It's amazing. Are you two in the same position?
Well, she's a bakery lady, and I am in the fourth wall, a deli clerk and checker at Safeway, pretty much. But I used to work as a graveyard overnight stock person with a crew, basically from at least 10 p.m. to 6:30 in the morning. But I gave up that position to go back to daytime because I was getting burnt out, and I was not really it's kind of risky going back home without a car,
Because you must like people that do want the daytime shift.
I wanted a daytime shift because it's more convenient. I could do things right afterwards. I could sleep comfortably at night afterwards. Like, get my full 9, 10 hour, 11 hours of rest at the end of the night and stuff like that.
So it hasn't been a problem with you two working together. Wait, Siobhan, wouldn't you love someone like that?
Yeah, have an alter ego that does half my job. That'd be amazing.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd
be cool.
So this being you created or
I created her in 2015 originally. Yes.
And so that makes it better to work with that person because you created the person versus like a real person that's just annoying.
Well, I am dating someone online named Amanda. You might know her, of course.
I followed that
secretly, but Madeline was created originally as a one-time thing on Halloween 2015.
Madeline was also your sister.
Yeah, siblings, relative. Yeah, created as an alter ego, breaking the K-Fab, of course, and
K-Fab.
Yeah, it's like a term in wrestling storyline and marketing, and basically following the script pretty much. It's like a term you hear in professional wrestling, like WWE, AEW, and stuff like that.
I know about the TNA.
TNA wrestling, right? TNA wrestling.
Yeah, I didn't realize what my friends were inviting me to at first.
I don't know what that wrestling is.
TNA, I was like,
it's called Impact Wrestling now, actually.
It's called what?
Impact Wrestling now.
Okay, so it wasn't both at the same time.
It was called TNA originally, then it became Impact Wrestling, like in recent years. Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy were in the company, so was Kurt Angle
and that Sting.
Sting, yeah, from the 90s WCW days, and Hulk Hogan was even there back in the previous decade as well for a little bit.
That K-Fab. I'm not okay. So explain that because it's not look upable. It's a famous radio station.
Oh, it's spelled Kayfabe.
F-A-B-E.
Yeah, that's the term. That's the definition we use in wrestling.
Oh, yeah. The fact or convention of presenting stage performances as genuine or authentic.
Pretty much that's the way to describe it, yes. I grew up a huge wrestling fan as a kid where I even started playing guitar and playing music as a bedroom producer and playing in garage bands over the years on and off sporadically, you know.
So this Madeline never ages.
I
Well, she
guess
must age with you, right?
Well, that's a good question because, like, you know, if you watch the Terminator movies, he kind of did age in the previous one, the Dark Fate movie, actually.
Well,
But
Siobhan makes a point. So this Madeline ages with you.
Right.
I think so, yeah. I think it's because we have to carry the same genetics. And I think if cloning becomes a very reality kind of thing in 10, 15, 20 years from now, if my DNA is taken from a saliva or a tube, like you take for those 23andMe ancestry tests, like I did before,
Yeah.
it'll probably create like a similar DNA clone of myself under this whole sophisticated manufacturing of my alter ego or something like that.
Right, but your clone would have to be born, right? They're not going to clone you at the age you are, or will they be able to?
I don't know. That's a good question. That is a really good question. Scientifically, I'm into science fiction and stuff like that, but I was thinking like maybe I could go to like an assembly line, like how they make cars and stuff like that, and I'll show them an image of on my
Oh,
phone.
now you're talking about robots.
Or are you just going to like 3D print it yourself?
Yeah, that's a good
They're
question
doing that
actually.
with meat now.
Right, and they can
You
3D
saw
print
that?
organs too. Which
Yeah,
is
I think
weird.
there'll be a possibility someday too to go on as PLB on stage on tour and stuff like that. Because her voice was created from AI and Vocaloid software and stuff like that too, you know. And
So they had AI back then, or are you just perfecting as she goes on?
there's a lot of special effects involved for sure, though. Like it's like making a movie like on a high budget movie on a low budget because I'm using this like computer and smartphone of mine
Yeah.
to create this character and stuff like that. But it's very sophisticated, but also very complicated at the same time, though.
You mentioned Mandy, but there's no jealousy there because Madeline definitely looks like she could be your sister.
Yeah, kind of like a twin sibling, yes.
Yeah, so there's no dating going on there. That would be your sister.
That would be very weird, yeah.
Well, I mean,
Although today I think is National Masturbation Day, and so, you know,
is it?
yes,
Oh,
I believe it
no,
is.
Should we start master?
No, maybe we leave that for later,
Okay, yeah. 'cause,
or the OnlyFans.
wait, maybe Paul is okay. Yeah, I was thinking maybe he's getting started back there because we can't see the OnlyFans. You were big into that for a while, right?
Yeah, I basically stopped doing OnlyFans for like, because I wasn't using it much, and I was like, I don't know if I want to spend all that kind of money for like.
What was your OnlyFans page about?
It was basically promoting my music and some adult related content with Madeline and myself.
Wait.
Wait, yeah, see that there is something going on
Oh
there.
wait,
Then.
I thought there was like okay.
It was weird. It's
I
hard
was
to
meaning
explain.
you were
It is individual, of course. It's kind of like an individual, not
okay.
like
Yeah, I guess at first I was meaning like you were dating OnlyFans models for a bit.
Yeah,
I
it was actually. Then I found Amanda, and I was like, nah, I can like, I should start dating real women and stuff like that, you know, and like
Well, she
work
is
on my
a-
socializing
yeah,
skills, you know.
I mean, it does have a point. I mean, it sounds weird, real women, but I get, because they're real some. I suppose they're real somewhere, but
Well, you hope it could be a dude just behind these keyboards.
Yeah, see, but more down to earth. Down to our earth.
Yeah,
locally.
In real life.
exactly. Locally or just like in general, she could be as long as it's in the United States, of course.
Well,
you
you're
know.
getting closer to someone you can actually possibly touch. But I say possibly, yeah, because I'm waiting for Mandy to come out here.
It's still tentatively planned out actually, but there's nobody. Well, she's just doing her own thing in Chicago right now and just traveling with her friends and family before she makes the extra plans for later this year.
Yeah.
Nothing's set in stone yet, but I think there's a possibility we might meet. I just don't know when exactly.
I got a little upset for you. Well, because I watch a lot of 90 Day Fiance and those kind of shows.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
I want people to hurry up and meet. So I guess I felt like
I was taking our time with
she
it.
needs
actually.
to come out, but
Yeah.
but you did say July, so it's not like we could get on her too soon.
Well, because there was a lot of complications regarding the situation. I remember, like, we initially stopped talking in March, which I'm gonna keep private to myself, you know. Then we started talking again towards the end of April. A few weeks before that, I was dating this one half Latin, half white girl hanging out with her one day.
And you said when was this?
It was like in 420 last month. It was actually on 420 at Great Motto.
Okay, so time's flying because that seemed recent to me.
Yeah,
I liked that because that did seem more like you met the person and
It's
she's
hard,
close
you know.
by.
Yeah, that's great,
So,
you know. But,
so I
yeah,
gave
that's
you
great.
props for that.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
I knew at least you're getting more locally, but so do you find the local women not easy?
It's it's probably because I'm East Asian and some other factors. I don't know how to put into words. But all I can say is I can't hate myself for trying, though. Of course, you can't really put yourself down for trying because this guitar and my music's always been keeping me company and stuff like that. Whenever I have a hard time of what I was struggling with back then, like because when I was growing up, I had like a lot of problems, like everyone else did. But eventually, this guitar I'm holding, even if I'm an average player at best, got me to places where I could really find comfort within my own skin, and I could express it to people online and locally in the coffee shops or open mics and stuff like that, bars and
That's beautiful.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Siobhan's sort of a life coach in a way.
In a way, yeah.
Thank you.
So that's why I dig in there and
I'm interested about this chick that
I see
you
her
were.
facial expressions like you're really invested.
Yeah, especially I sometimes get worried when women will take advantage of men. I have a few friends that they have these women that they like buy things for or like go out of their way to treat really well, which is great. You should treat a woman nicely, but
exactly.
That woman should also be treating you nicely.
Oh yeah, you can't really take advantage.
So
of people like
my
that,
problem with I didn't want to be a hater. So my problem with Maddie is that for her? I see Maddie on your guitar.
She autographed it. K-Fab.
Okay. So this wasn't. That is kind of a connection. You're seeing the Mandy, and I sort of see the Maddie. So so Patrick, you do seem like you find the connections. I find with your posts. Like
thank you.
This is why I'm attracted to this that person and all. But so Siobhan's bringing up stuff, and it does seem like to where I'm thinking, it seemed like real strong with the Mandy situation, and then it kind of broke off, and that's why I felt like
it ended in a cliffhanger originally.
I felt like there was a problem there. Like I just want her to be keeping it real with you.
Well, yeah, I know, but we reconciled like about in the end of April, and I think right now we're just taking things very slow. It seems like, I mean.
Do you FaceTime with her?
Yeah.
Have you seen her? She's a real person.
Yeah,
and
I
I'm not
FaceTime
trying to
with
be
her.
a dick. I'm just.
I know.
No. Yeah, that's
You
the
know?
thing. We're just dissecting this.
I
Yeah.
FaceTime with her
Not putting
before.
anyone
Yeah,
down
I
here.
FaceTime with her before. Yeah.
But so it's because I do see you post stuff like that to where you're showing that you are FaceTiming.
Yeah, we haven't FaceTimed in a while, but we still talk on the telephone occasionally.
You can't fake that.
Yeah,
you can't fake the FaceTime.
I don't think you so.
I've also
Not
watched
yet.
a lot of Catfish.
Yeah, that was actually her. Yeah, that was indeed
She
her.
catfished you at first?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
No,
Okay.
but it is good to hear that and just go with it. I feel like Siobhan's been catfished.
I
Yeah.
haven't actually, luckily.
Okay.
Well, I don't think so. I'm not a big online dater person. I don't
It's
like
hard.
it.
It's hard these days, but that's all I rely on because I'm not very good at talking and I'm not very good with self-esteem sometimes. But I think I have qualities that can make someone who's potentially up to par, I would say, as a partner or just a musician or visual artist or YouTuber. I'm a very shy guy in real life.
And you don't want, and as much as you express that, you don't want people trying to set you up on dates either. That's probably a bad
Like
idea.
I
the
think
blind
that's
date
better.
TV show.
Really?
Yeah, if you have a friend that you like has a connection and you're like, hey, this person's like super dope and this person's into this thing, like you guys should meet and maybe not like meet on your own, maybe do it in a group setting. But I think
That'd
that
be
takes
more comfortable. Yeah.
Yeah, it takes a little pressure off. It gives you like buffers to like help with conversation if you're a little shy to get started.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So that would sound good.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, setting
So-
up on blind date sounds terrible. Like go meet this
That's
person
like the
you've never
TV
met.
show where I'm watching on the 2000s on the local TV station.
what is it?
Blind Date. It was actually called Blind
Oh gosh, you can't be that old. Wow.
Date. Well,
Yeah.
I grew up in the 90s and early 2000s. I remember shows like Cheaters and Jerry
Yeah.
Springer and stuff like that
Rest
on
in
daytime
peace.
TV. Rest in peace, Jerry
Yeah.
Springer.
Yeah.
Saturday morning cartoons, of course.
I miss Maury Povich.
You're not the father.
Yeah. And I look at those people and I'm like, oh, glad I never had kids. And so it makes me so glad I don't have kids watching that show.
It's really wild and out. That's
I
for
guess
sure.
more
Though.
like
Not
glad I
a point in
didn't
the
make
Canyon
mistakes.
quote or his name is TV show. You know.
I guess so. You know, I think glad I also didn't make mistakes. But then again, I look at all kids. I'm like, well, not all, but a lot of kids. And I go, well, it might be working out, but still, every kid looks like a mistake, I guess. Is that right? Is that right? Am I wrong?
Well, I'm watching
I don't think
episode-
every kid, but I think there's a bunch of kids out there that are.
I guess it
which is-
boils back to the parenting, basically, and who they associate with growing up in school and stuff like that, too, for sure, though.
I don't know. I mean,
Goes back to the parents, man.
it's got to be tough nowadays. Well, let's go back to yeah. Oh yeah, I have. There's things you see in the news all the time where parents aren't parenting well until something happens to the kid and they want to cash in.
It's like they could be surrounded by the wrong crowd in school or online. And they just end up doing mischievous, kind of misadventurous things, basically.
I wonder if I did become famous and it made a lot of money, if my dad would feel more comfortable. If maybe he would go, phew. Well, now I could see him more often because at least I know he'd never try to get me for my money.
Are you sure? His parents get their kids for money all the time. Like, look at Britney Spears.
Well,
Oh yeah, she has conservation.
well,
ship
no,
or
I
something.
mean, at least he would be thinking at least I wouldn't be trying to get him for his
Oh,
money.
yeah, yeah.
Because, I mean, I'm not, but he might be thinking that way. That's why he stays distanced.
Mhm.
I'm surprised he's never used the COVID thing. Like, when I actually met him 9 years ago, like, well, hold on, I can't see anymore. The distance. But I don't think COVID was around back then.
No, I think
Just a
that
few
was-
years.
It's been around since at least late 2019, reportedly in the media.
Yeah, the OnlyFans. So you had a OnlyFans.
I disabled it like about.
I never dipped into that. I knew about that. But
I-
I followed
well, yeah.
your OnlyFans dating experiences.
Well, I was talking to this one Japanese adult film actress named Yukari Olahala, and she was pretty nice with me too. I did write a song for the first album for Lunatic when I was signed to Bentley Records.
Yeah.
It was called My Only Fan. It was originally written for someone who I'm gonna keep anonymous. I written on for someone I met on OnlyFans, but she gave me a really bad attitude about why I wrote it for her. And I'm like,
What?
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
want to get her name out, but that's what happened actually.
No, yeah.
So you did something nice for her, and then she was.
And she
A
blew
jerk.
me off. And she just was a jerk to me. Well, what I did basically, and it was terrible, man. But like instead, so I went to the recording studio on my computer and took out that little part I was rapping in Japanese about this person I was seeing online initially on OnlyFans, giving all my hard-earned money to for these weird things or cool things, you know. And
What
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of weird things?
Yeah.
like I don't know, man. It's,
Well,
it's a
also,
long
yeah, when
story.
you're paying these people too, like you got to remember that's their job. Like they're making money off of you.
Yeah, I
like,
don't understand that. I
Kind
totally
of protect
understand.
your heart a little bit more, like because those chicks will take advantage of you and
Yeah,
get you to pay more of their bills.
I've been beat around the bush with a lot of people in my life, basically.
I understand because we both work at supermarkets. People,
they push you around like that, literally.
yeah, they go, well, he works at the supermarket, phew," and then they push you around. But you actually enjoy working at the supermarket.
I actually like working at Safeway actually to an extent though. You know, it just keeps me busy from whatever I'm dealing with. Backstage when I'm not working, when I'm home alone, just play my PS4 or just try to read my mind to stay away from social media because like I try not to get too involved with it because you know I had a very bad experience sometimes, you know. But
I'm told I'm on the social media too much.
I am too, man. But I'm just
I-
trying to show off of it sometimes now.
I think that's just because maybe certain people don't like the certain posts because I'm like I am not on.
Well,
social media that
my
much.
experience with social media was I was initially getting a lot of friend requests in 2020 during the height of the pandemic because of Patrick Luban, otherwise known as POB. But then half of the people who added me who are not there on my listing were giving me hard times on my posts. And I understand it was a pandemic. People were just going crazy wild and out, not pointing to Canyon or a Lunatic song itself. But like, you know...
You feel like you got a little crazy during the pandemic too.
Yeah, I was getting really wound up because I couldn't really handle the type of attention, where it was good or bad. Like, every other hour, I'd be like, okay, on my phone like this.
Checking on your likes and your dislikes.
Yeah, exactly. And it got me really weirded out, you know, literally. And like, I think right around the time me and Amanda started like talking more rigorously is when
Yeah.
I stopped having this like affection for social media like I once had, because like in 2020 and up until late 2022, I was dealing with so much like weird vibes. Like I'm posting cool stuff, but sometimes I understand you can't please everybody and stuff like that, but like the attention was just a little bit way too overwhelming.
The
Basically,
crazy thing, you think you were posting a lot?
I thought I was at the time, bro.
But isn't that messed up? Like, I feel like at times that's what it's there for.
Right.
Exactly,
Right?
but now it's like
And then
these
people get
days.
upset.
Now these days it's like I don't really care if I lose friends on social media or they unfriend me or block me, because it's not my responsibility to reach out to them after they do that. I just take it is what it is and just move on with my life now.
Well, once you reach 5,000, it's good to lose some. Because-
Yeah, I never reached that much. The most I ever got was like 4,200 on my main profile.
Mm.
But then it dropped
Yeah.
down to like 3586 as far as I know today.
That's still a good number of followers.
Yes, I'm not sure. I know it's a really good number of followers, but I'm not like the type of artist who cares so much about algorithms on social media, because like I come from the days of before social media, growing up listening to music, where bands basically had a physical fan club where you just mail up newsletters and stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember.
And fanzines
The
and
Teen
stuff
Beat
like
magazine and
stuff like that. Like you would subscribe to a band's fan club. Like Pearl Jam once had a fan club which I'm wearing right now. They had like, I think they still have it. It was non-digital.
Eddie Vedder, yeah.
They would send out fan magazines and like specials and all this stuff in your address. Now it's like you can go get it digitally and stuff like that. But back then they didn't have social media. The
I
only
haven't
way
thought
to
about a fan club in forever.
yeah, I joined the Pearl Jam fan club in 2020 during the height of the pandemic too.
Do you have a fan club?
Not besides OnlyFans, it was no longer active.
Yeah.
I would like to start one.
Okay, I guess that is the new fan club.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I would say like I want to start like some kind of fan club for my brand eventually, but they're all on Linktree as far as I know.
I used to mail Paula Abdul a lot.
Paula Abdul.
Paula Abdul.
You were a
yeah,
straight up
the
girl,
singer,
huh?
Straight up. Cold
Oh yeah,
voice.
that singer from that judge from American Idol back in the 2000s.
I got made fun
Yeah.
of a lot because I used to sleep with her picture at night. And,
Well, you're not ashamed, because I used to sleep with Roseanne Arquette's picture in my bed when I was like 7 years old.
nice, true romance.
I love her movies, by the way. I always was always.
What's your
What was
favorite
her?
one?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask the
Yeah.
same thing. What's your favorite Roseanne Arquette movie?
That one she did with Madonna. I forgot. Desperately Seeking Susan.
That's a great movie.
I was always a big fan of her growing up. Actually, she's also very politically active, like some of my friends and stuff like that. She's very hardcore liberal. I think that's what she is, right? I think that's based on what I see on her Instagram posts. She's pretty cool though.
Okay, so do we have a bunch of liberals in the studio today?
I'm actually a moderate. I'm a moderate, but I'm very indifferent towards
Siobhan,
politics.
I'm
though.
pretty moderate. I'm
You're
pretty
good.
liberal about most things, though.
I'm liberal on
I
a
like
good
small
number of
government,
things, though.
but
Yeah,
acceptance.
I'm liberal on a
it's-
good number of
it's
things,
okay.
though.
So
But I'm also moderate
you-
too.
Wow, it's the first time liberals didn't want to admit. Are you really moderate, or are you just?
I don't know what my
afraid
political party
to,
is, honestly,
afraid
though.
to admit to being liberal.
Oh no. I'm pro-gun. I'm pro-life. Pro-choice, yeah,
I'm pro-choice.
Pro-choice, pro-gun.
Yeah, I do.
Get out of people's bedrooms.
Yeah, yeah.
Get out of
Wait,
people's pants.
Wait, pro-life and pro-gun.
Yeah.
That means you're for life and for guns.
Yeah, I think
so-
responsible gun ownership is important,
So
but
that's
Yes.
why you would call yourself the moderate. So now I'm wondering what the hell that is. That's independent. Is that-
yeah, I'm an independent.
I'm an independent
fiercely.
too as well
Yeah.
now. I'm
Okay.
formerly Democrat. I'm on independent now, basically, pretty much. I don't really, because of the stop
Which
Asian
is good.
hate-related crimes going
Okay.
on in recent years. I feel that both the Democrats and Republicans don't really give a crap about Asian people and these hate crimes, really.
I would agree.
Okay, this is good because I feel like I felt like the Republicans more like break off, and the Democrats more stuck together. But I think everyone's broken off. I guess now.
It's a very broken system.
Well,
Yeah, I think it's a really fucked up system.
Memorial Day, I had a little get together. People talking about it was like the broken off people from more the like more conservative group.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a lot of different people, and then I had people talking about January 6th. We all had guns and just we're shooting. We could have taken over, and that was a little. That
That's
was
scary.
a little nerve wracking.
That was nerve-wracking. And they dressed like they were from the movie 300.
And then there was, and
Well,
then I guess there's the talk about there's always the talk about the blacks that surprise me. Like, wow, people still think that way? Wow. I mean, but then both,
wow.
I guess both parties have their.
No, racists don't have any points. They don't. They're just.
No.
They don't. There's no. And there was just a march recently. A bunch of dudes in khakis and polo shirts. And if you're so fucking proud, why are you covering your face? I will never understand that kind of hate.
Well, we got the fentanyl dealers out there always covering their faces.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, but they're drug addicts and they have addiction problems.
Well, these are the dealers I'm talking about. The addicts are just out in the open. No,
yeah.
They just have their needles in their arms and stuff.
Oh wow.
The dealers though, they always have the masks on. They're worried about the. It's funny. They're worried about catching something from that fentanyl, I guess. Like, I don't want it touching me.
Yeah.
You guys are fine. Yeah, but so it feels like what I feel like from both parties. It seems like it used to be the truth will set you free, I guess, but now it's the truth will create arguments. If you're
Well, you can't even get people to agree on a truth anymore. They're like,
No,
well,
no.
this is my truth. Like, all right, but facts are facts. And people are like, no, alternative facts. Like, science is science, facts are facts. Like, but you can't get people to agree on that stuff anymore either.
It's like, yeah, I noticed that too in the world we live in, especially in the Western world. It's like people are like so divided by opinions. It's like, if someone disagrees with me, I'm cool with that though. They respectfully disagree with me, I can still be cool with them. But now it's like other people are like, when they disagree with them, they're so uptight about it. They think it's a personal attack on them as people and stuff like that. That's why I have like really weird intuition and gut instincts about the whole situation. You know, it's just.
I like it when people keep it real. As long as you're keeping it real. Because, well, I mean, yeah, if you're not keeping it real, if you're cutting me off and just screaming and cussing and yelling, you're not really keeping it real anymore. Now you're keeping it real. You're keeping it real mental disorder. That's what you're keeping it. You said the West. Yeah, let's so.
You know Rumiko, right?
Who?
Rumiko.
Oh yeah.
She's Japanese, thing, right?
She's pretty badass.
She's pretty cool, you know. She's one of our friends on Facebook, right?
Yeah, she has certain views that are more conservative, I guess.
Yeah, I don't agree with every single one, but I respect her as a person, though. You know, I don't agree with all her political views, but she's a cool person at least. So she looks like a person I could have a beer with, or like talk about Asian culture.
Yeah, I'd
or
like
something
her
like
to come
that.
in here and have a beer with us.
Yeah.
She lives in Florida now, so we never got to meet her actually. But she's, I think she went to University of San Francisco. I think too.
Yeah, I believe she said she couldn't wait to get the hell out of California.
Yeah, she
There's a lot of people that
went.
feel
She
like
basically exiled from California off to Florida or something. Which I can I mean, if she wants to do that, that's cool,
So,
if you're gonna go somewhere, then like Florida.
But I mean, Florida's it's not like how it was in the '90s with Nickelodeon Studios and like
Yeah, but it's hot and humid, and
that
there's
too.
bugs and crocodiles
alligators and
snakes
crocodiles.
It
Yeah,
almost sounds like Central Valley.
yeah,
Well,
man.
I mean, in Modesto, you got the snakes and the spiders.
Oh, I haven't really been
Surprisingly, my brother was born in Florida in Sarasota County, but I was born in
I know
San
about
Francisco.
Sarasota, yeah.
My parents lived in Florida in Sarasota County till like 1982, and I was born here in San Francisco. So my family never went back to Florida since they moved to California in the early mid to 80s or something.
The thing is, it's weird how people will get divided. I mean, I see a lot of issues with California, but also I don't believe in the whole, people say, freedom states. And I don't believe, it's hard for me to really think that freedom states, the plural, get along with each other. Right?
Right.
I mean, do you really think Texas and Florida really get along with each other?
Not at all.
It's like a weird odd couple in a way, don't you think?
Because I don't really care for my job, and I find it very boring. So I like to ask customers controversial questions all day, just to get them started. So I'll ask the people that coming from different areas. Like, do you guys really get along with it? And I'll just watch them go off. And all right.
So wait, if you don't like your job, how come you don't find a new one?
It's kind of it is a curse. I did quit, and then I'm back there. I was actually going to leave the state one time. I was thinking about leaving the state, but then I got ran over, so that kind of
Ooh.
But then I realized, I don't know. Yeah, well, I was gonna go to Idaho, and then it's like, and I came back, and it actually isn't that cheap out there anymore. I guess.
No
it's,
way,
I
really?
guess it's
Really?
all. Yeah, it doesn't seem.
It's got to be cheaper than San Francisco.
Then most definitely.
I think everything is cheaper, other than maybe Boston. Everything is
I live
cheaper.
in
Or New York City.
Yeah.
Yeah, New York. I live in the peninsula. It's right. It's San Carlos, so it's right in the middle. And I was raised in San Mateo, so I've always been right in the middle, I guess. San Francisco would be a little tougher. I lived in the city for at least a year. But yeah, the thing about out here, I guess it seems like you're paying a lot of money for, someone could be sleeping right outside your doorstep, defecating and
Oh wow.
doing drugs right in front. You could have dealers right in front of your house. Someone get murdered right in front of your house, and that's what you're paying the expensive rent for. I feel like that seems to be the difference here, versus at least I guess when you're not in the city, I guess you pay for more of what you get, I guess.
Yeah, I know.
San Jose does seem like.
San Jose is like, wow. My other band, Crazy News in the Box, was from Silicon Valley. It was when my close friend, Segan, she goes by their stage name and stuff like that. We have like 5 albums out on Spotify right now on Apple Music, Crazy News in the Box. We're a Silicon Valley-based post-rock band I was playing with. Okay, on and off since 2018, actually. I was like their lead guitar player. I go under the credits under my Japanese name, rather than as Patchlu Hayashi, because I just adopted a more different persona onto the credits of the recordings while I'm playing this band, and so does my friend comes on with a different stage name as well, and Madeline's also part of it too in some ways as well, but I don't remember.
I can't wait to hear a rock. I mean, you maybe if you get a GoFundMe, you could get her on stage,
like a hologram, right?
Yeah.
And create a voice
I don't
too.
know why people hate on the Tupac coming back. I didn't go to that concert, but I mean they had Tupac on stage.
Well, here's the thing.
His death.
Originally, before the pandemic, or during the planning of comeback of PLB in 2021, me and my videographer James Conrad, who does all the music videos for PLB and Lunatic, we thought about bringing Madeline on stage through a projector.
Oh, there you go.
He would pre-record sequences where I'm dressed up as her, digitally filtered out with my face and just playing the bass guitar along with them.
You just Madeline.
Like a virtual jam session on stage, she's filmed on a projector.
She could be like she possesses you.
Yeah,
she
kind
could
of like that.
Possess you, and then you can do the entire show just as Madeline. Like she will possess you.
Like The Exorcist, right?
Yeah.
that was my favorite movie growing up, actually. I like those horror movies, like supernatural horror movies back then, bro.
That movie scared the shit out of me.
Same with Stigmata, too, with Patricia Arquette, Roseanne Arquette's sister.
I love that movie.
That movie's great, but it scared the crap out of me when I was 13, though.
I saw that Guardians of the Galaxy.
Ooh, I haven't seen that one.
It was great to support your friends. It was great seeing Nico Santos in it.
Was Batista in it? The wrestler?
Yeah, I don't know him, but yeah, he was in it.
The wrestler
I've
Batista.
never met him, but
I met him before, 2006.
He's
a big dude.
It's great because I saw the Crazy Asians movie.
Crazy Rich Asians?
Yeah, he was in that. That was fully just going to support. But then I saw the Guardians of the Galaxy, and I'm like, oh, a movie I actually enjoy that he's in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I used to go to the mics with him, but then now he's famous, and we can't talk anymore, I guess.
That's cool.
But good for him. So I was like, yeah, good.
Wait, you used to go where with him?
The mics out here in the San Francisco. He used to sell the purses out there in the city.
Oh wow!
By somewhere out there by the Safeway on the Market Street. But yeah,
the Safeway different nights gone.
Yeah, he was wearing a white coat, which I've always envisioned him in a white coat. So it was good to see him in there. It was a good movie too. Very PETA friendly. It could rocket it kind of touched me in a way, and I wasn't even that stoned. But I couldn't express myself because I am a man, and we don't.
Oh, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, I heard your podcast.
I love a man that can cry.
We're not supposed to get. Yeah, but
It's sexy as hell.
It's like watching Twilight, right?
Yeah, but see, I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I know that. Well, how many men have you? You're single.
I am single now. Yeah.
See.
I was married though and with my partner
did he cry?
He did, yeah.
Oh, wow.
It turned out he was an asshole, but before that.
So that's the thing. You don't want a man that cries.
No, I think it's sexy when a guy can feel his
They're
emotions.
the assholes. I mean, you say he was an asshole.
He was, but that was independent, I think, of the tears.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't gonna express myself, so I let Dana cry, because she did, and I don't know why that was the best part, because I don't know why.
Watching her cry was the best part?
No, she cried for me, and that was good because I'm not that prepared to be that kind of guy.
I see.
Because if I cry, I will have to jump out the window. I'll be like, no, this isn't right. Something's wrong here.
Oh.
But you know what? Getting emotional over animals is good because honestly, I saw. So,
don't do any spoilers though about this. Why you're crying?
Oh no, I'm not spoiling.
Okay.
So they saved kids, a bunch of kids, and there's Dave Bautista, and I like how he called them a bunch of morons. So he saved them, knowing kids are morons.
Right.
And that's all because a man does what he should do. I feel like that's what men do. We just do what we should do, and that's what he felt.
You do the right thing.
He felt like they're morons, but he's like, I should, as a man, save these morons. A rocket was back in his ship saving animals. And I like how it went very slow-mo with it because it made you feel more for... There was a lot of instances in the movie where they made you feel more for animals. I like how they let you know humans are being saved, but it was like, all right, let's focus on letting you know that humans are being saved, but we're really letting you know it's a care for the animals, too.
Oh yes.
Mostly you just see people getting saved, and I'd rather see animals being saved.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be great.
And then Rocket, the way he was so injured, and throughout the movie they cared about Rocket. No, that you don't see too much of that. You see, we need to save the human, and he's probably pooping all over himself. Rocket didn't do that once. He didn't defecate on himself. See, animals are so nice and clean. Like my cat, she has no butthole. All fur. No butthole, all fur. And she's so clean. And she rolls around the dirt, and she comes in the house, and she's very clean. I have not seen... guy cats have buttholes, I guess.
And I'm pretty sure your cat has a butthole. You just can't see it.
No butthole. I mean, I've petted her all over her butt because I just see the fur. That's it. So, I mean, it was...
So for you, seeing is believing.
Yeah, I need to see. So that's how. We're talking about politics. That's how I am with the politics. I need to see, or I don't know how to go with it. Like when people are this or what's something controversial. Like I guess it's QAnon stuff they come up with. I can't see the stuff you guys are talking about. So why bring it to me? I don't know. I love the Jews. I can't see these lasers though, so I gotta just disregard the Jewish lasers. I could believe in that. I mean, my grandma.
Wait,
was,
Jewish lasers?
Oh yeah, it's something.
I don't know this one.
It's something they talked about for a little bit in the news. But my grandma, she was a Jew, and she seemed powerful. She probably had. She could have had lasers, but I didn't see it. She could have had superpowers. Maybe that was why she was kind of shunned from the family. But that's the only reason we. I think that's how we connected, because if you're shunned, I'm the man to connect with. Because, I'm not in someone you could put in the category, I guess. Fast X. I gotta check that out. I think I'm seeing it tomorrow.
Fast X. Oh yeah, the new one.
Yeah.
I want to go see Burt Kreischer's new movie, The
Machine.
Machine.
I was thinking about that. Yeah. Oh, good. You're on a comedy level. Comedians are coming out with movies now. There's a Sebastian.
Joe Coy.
Joe Coy. Yeah. Too bad that movie was not good. These guys got to come out with more action, I guess.
Well, that's what Bert Kreischer's movie's all
Yeah.
about. Is like it's an action comedy.
That actually looks good.
It's like Rush Hour.
If I see that, I think there's a new Rush Hour coming out.
The fourth one, right, with Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan.
I think there's
They
a new one
did. They
coming
made a
out.
fourth. That'll be good.
I think there's a new one coming
I
out.
would like to see it
Now
too.
that
Yeah.
Chris Tucker's acting again, he's just not getting stoned, but he's acting again.
He's a
He's not getting stoned again.
funny.
He's really funny indeed. Hella funny.
Now he's doing movies with Matt Damon. That's how you know he's not getting stoned.
Oh yeah.
He's but,
Oh yes.
Fast and Furious. I don't know that movie. It just looks like fun.
They made a lot of them though.
Yeah, it's number 10, right?
Number 10, right?
Yeah.
Well, Paul Walker's not around anymore, of course.
Yeah, they killed him a while ago.
Well, he
I
died.
mean,
he
he
really
died
died
in real life.
in
Conspiracy
2013.
right there,
No,
right?
that is a
2013 he
conspiracy.
died though.
Yeah.
I mean,
In a car crash, right?
It has, yeah.
People
yeah,
make too soon jokes about how he died too. I'm like, why did you have to make those jokes, man?
But I will see The Machine, and if it is good, then I will start having more trust into comedians.
I always trust in a comedian because they're going to tell you like the truth and they're going to do it in a way that's
All
probably
right.
funny.
Well, I don't know.
Amen.
Well,
But, like-
I don't know. Paul maybe beats around the bush at times, but he's never really lied. So, yeah. But I wouldn't put too much faith into.
No,
what
I
you
am.
said
I'm
right now,
all
'cause
in.
there are-
I'm
It's
all
a-
in on the comedians. Like I think the popularity right now of them is because we need people that are not bullshitting.
Okay, yeah. they
Like
should
they're
boost
telling
it
you,
up.
they're calling it how it is. They're gonna tell you like, yeah, you know
So-
what? Sometimes making racist jokes is an asshole thing, but sometimes when you have friends of different, like if people walked up to me and a group of my friends, we're saying some of the roughest shit you would hear,
Well, that's
but we're like doing it
yeah.
in fun and in jest and in like, but no one has any hate in their heart.
There's a joke versus
Yes.
And
like,
but I think there's not enough people that even know that those conversations still happen because everyone's so afraid all of a sudden.
well, yeah,
It's what you call the woke culture.
Yeah.
Well, there's jokes, and then there's we need to get rid of all black people, and then you're like, you know that's not
Ooh.
a joke.
Right.
That's not. Hold on.
That's
now you're
that's,
just racist. You know,
Right,
that's-
yeah.
That's too far, man. You know, too
it's
far.
like you get rid of this person. That, but that's
That's just messed up.
like yeah.
That's just people that are
I'm surprised.
idiots.
Yeah, I guess having a job where you're around people all day, it does make you realize, whoa, there's still racist people. Is it? You see the and they're like, this guy's got a joke coming. Ooh, I hate my job. I can't wait to hear this joke. And then, yeah, the blacks are really ruining this nation. It's like, gosh darn it, man. Now I don't like you. And you come here all the time. You could have said a joke. This is horrible, man. Now I'm gonna not want to help you.
Man.
Do you have any good comebacks for that?
Well, it throws me off guard. Well, I think I do have I don't know. I don't want to self-diagnose myself. maybe it's one of those autism things or something because I tend to take things too literally. So so I won't agree. Well, I'll be like, whoa, what are you talking about? And then I'll start getting into the conversation and then I'll be like, wait, this guy's just racist. What am I doing here? Now I'm getting in a conversation with a racist when it's just, well, I feel like there's a difference between talking it out with someone versus someone that just like, they're just ignorant with their talk and they're just gonna just blah blah you to death. To where it's like, okay, get out of here. This is making me feel more stupid now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And sometimes it's hard to tell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is in a way, right?
Yeah.
He's like, well, I think there's a lot of the world's getting crazier. Like,
Yeah, I know, right?
Like Patrick, you showed me a lot of the Asian hate stuff,
Yeah, I know, right?
and so
It's pretty awful.
when we see the things
terrible.
going on in public with the certain races getting beat up, I don't know. I tend to think it's just reckless stupidity going on there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's quite like the Is it? Do they really hate these people, or is it,
They're just brainwashed by what happening during the pandemic. They thought because in China, that's where they thought COVID originally came from, where the pandemic originated from allegedly, and it brainwashed during the media to defeat these minds to think we were the ones who caused this pandemic. Pretty much, when there's so many different types of Asian ethnic groups out there. Look, I'm Chinese and Japanese American with other Southeast Asian bloodline in me through ancestry DNA testing. We might all be Asian, but there's like so many different groups of Asians. There's even South Asians who are like more like Pakistani and Indian, Sri Lankan, Bangladesh people, and there's also like other places like West Asia, which is I don't know, like Kazakhstan or something. I think that's pronounced. I'm pronouncing it right?
you know, I think we get it. Cause that I think it'd be hard for us all.
Yeah, I'm gonna pronounce. I'm sorry if I'm butchering the names of countries and people's culture, but like.
I feel like if we get what the person's saying, we don't need to be.
Yeah, I understand, but you know, like there was like a lot, like
bosses,
a lot of media was portraying that like us Asians, which originally they point out that China originally allegedly caused the pandemic, COVID-19 during 2020 and 2021. How the media reported everything was going on at the time.
How
and
stupid are these people? I mean, so that's the part
stupid.
I don't get about at least California, I guess. That's the one thing I will target more the blind people, I guess.
I mean,
because I got my complaints, but about the way California's run. But when it comes to people, hey, we're so diverse. It is weird when I see people just directing every race as just the one race, or what was it? Every culture as just the one race, or like when I hear people just. Hispanic has got to be all Mexican or
all Asians
or Asian, all Chinese,
or all white people from England or something like that. For example,
it's just stupidity and it's ignorant. Some of it is ignorance, but like if you get to a certain age, like it's your own fault. Like educate yourself, read a book, watch a documentary. Like,
well, I guess I'm gifted in a way at least because I mentioned I know all the different. A lot of the different races within the cultures, but I guess I'm gifted doing security. That's where I got to experience black people. Aren't just black people. There's Ethiopian, Nigerian,
Kenyan.
And I got to work with all kinds of people. Yeah, Kenyan, and you know, different jobs.
Sudan,
I guess.
Sudan.
How do people stay in this box? Even the white folks would get the Russian, German,
Swedish, Norwegian, German.
Yeah, no, you
French.
love the Swedish.
And the Norwegian girls too.
Well, I was just in Estonia and I had no preconceived notions of going there, and I hadn't done a bunch of research, and I would have thought they were very close to Russian, but they're not. They're actually they don't want to be associated with Russians. They're Nordic. And it makes sense, like looking at the map, they're a ferry ride from Finland, but they're Scandinavian and they're very proud of it. And it just kind of like shook me, not shook, but like surprised me in a delightful way.
I find.
But I would have never noticed those differences.
I find I like the differences of people. That's why.
I'm a very cultural oriented person.
I love the Ukrainian people. Doesn't mean I like Zelensky. Doesn't mean I don't like him. It's just. I feel like I know the people more than I really know this guy. The guy
exactly.
I've gotten to know Ukrainians out here. I mean, the weird thing is though with Russia, I feel like, like all the people, same way in that area. But Putin, like, he probably is a loose cannon. But I feel like, maybe I should have a beer with the guy. Not in Russia though. Because I don't know all the laws yet. I don't know if I might bring something.
Yeah, the video game Tetris is.
Well, you can't go to Russia right now.
See, there too. Yeah, I wouldn't want to go there.
No, probably not a good idea right now.
No, like you can't. We can't go there. They can't come here.
A way maybe he could come to the studio and maybe we could.
Do you think it would be him or like his clone, the guy that they like made look like him?
Maybe. Like a doppelganger.
He is like he's got a doppelganger that like they've done surgery on and stuff. So you don't never know if it's actually Putin or that other guy.
Maybe Patrick.
Or that maybe that's just a conspiracy theory.
In that area.
maybe Madeline can interview the Putin
help
clone.
With that there, Patrick.
What's up?
Maybe get us connected towards Putin's what was it the AI or something.
Well, you have those AI apps now you see on those smart social media advertisements where like, chat with my AI girlfriend, make a song with my AI app or something. Write me a song with Tupac would write in the AI form or something like that. You know, it's like crazy how technology's evolved in the last few years though with this AI thing.
I do like borscht.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I mean, so I don't know. Trump always says he had Putin on lockdown. Right?
Putin's a dick.
But Trump always says how he had him.
Do you believe anything Trump says?
I mean, I never met the guy personally, but I've tried to get him in the studio here.
Really?
That didn't work out. I think Biden doesn't know how to read his emails, so that.
Whoa.
I don't even know if he knows what emails are.
Yeah,
well, I'm not sure if he uses a computer though. Does he?
I think he. So from what I hear, I've sent him emails and he's been checking his actual post PO box thing.
He's still waiting for Western Union to deliver it.
He's still learning. So I need to talk to Kamala. Now that she's not busting people that smoke the weed and all that, since she's doing that VP thing.
Yeah, they whitewashed all of that.
Well, glad my friend Luke Carmazzo got out of the prison just in time. She didn't help him get out though. Obama helped his friend get out, but then he had to choose one or the other, and so he wasn't the one.
Oh.
But yeah. So and then we got like so we got the Bud Light thing going on, and a lot of that kind of stuff. So I wanted to bring it up because I felt like we should just beat these LGBT topics until they go away. No, until the LGBT people go away. Yeah, let's beep, and then we get cut off.
No.
No.
I have a drag show coming up next weekend. I have on the 5th in Alameda. Yeah.
Alameda.
No, I won't be in drag. I'm not that fabulous, but my friends all are.
You do have.
I run drag shows, and I am proud of it. And come hang out, like.
So yeah,
to a
so
drag
that
queen.
is one thing. Like we could compliment you and go, hey, you seem pretty fabulous, but actually, it is a different meaning when you say drag show. Like there is a certain level.
Oh yeah.
So I was in the other room and I was looking at Paul had a bunch of beers and I was looking at the Budweiser, just a regular one. It said King of Beers.
Yeah.
So this whole thing is twisted with the whole like transgender thing because like Bud Light has always been kind of the queen of beers and Budweiser has been the king.
Masculine.
So it is kind of weird that doesn't Bud Light kind of fit in with being promoted that way anyway?
All of those beers have been giving money to the LGBT stuff for years. Why are you all of a sudden mad about one? Is it because Mulvaney wasn't a woman long enough? Like what was the?
I have contacted. Is that her? Right?
Her, yes.
I have contacted her, and she has not gotten back to me to be in the studio here. So I don't know how long she has been. She
had been a woman for a year. I think that was part of the Bud Light was celebrating her first year of womanhood. From what I read, I could be wrong.
So yeah, so a year. Then okay. Are we gonna say not bad job then? A year because
it's hard being a woman. Like that's a long time.
I don't quite. There's levels to being the whole alley thing, but I do look at it and go, hey, you know what? How good of a job is this person at being in the community? And so are we 1 year? And that Dylan person, are we gonna say not bad at the
I don't know enough about what they were doing, what she did in the community. Was she just?
But not bad at being trans.
Oh, I mean, she presents beautifully if that's her goal.
Okay.
I think she's. I mean.
But honestly, she could have the Bud Light.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, it's weird. I'm not really for here. I'm just looking at the situation, and Bud Light was always the queen of the beers. It's not like anyone's shooting up the regular Budweiser cans.
No.
So that's why I think our people go ahead and shoot the. I mean, no
Well,
one.
also you just bought the Bud Light, so why do they care what you're doing with it? You already gave them the money.
Yeah, it's great. We don't want to give them too many options of what to do with this stuff, right? Like they're buying it just to ruin it.
Right. So if you're gonna buy, like, then you're still giving them your money, like.
When did this
And then you
become-
just look like a dick.
Wait, when did my phone become a cup holder? Wow. Here, take one of these. I'm getting hungry. This is the Nature Valley. I'm waiting for them to sponsor me. I eat a lot of these.
That's good.
And it doesn't have keto in it. I
Oh,
realize.
it's
not keto friendly?
Keto is horrible. Because if I were to eat all these and it was keto, it would mess up my stomach.
Oh.
But yeah, so I just know that I could not be dry. I tried it once, putting on a dress, well, just like DeSantos did, and I feel him. Like I don't really know him like a lot of people. They're like, oh, he's our conservative guy. Yeah, this poor. I don't know the guy, so it's like I don't know. He seems just I can't. But I relate in the way that I too looked horrible in a dress.
Maybe it was the wrong dress.
In fact, I think it may be the same looking one. It was blue, and it just looked like that. Only once.
Were you going for like a Monica Lewinsky look?
Yeah, I might have stained the dress too. But it was only once, so don't hold me against that. And if people want to put that in the news, they will have to talk to my mom. She is the only person that has a picture to blackmail me with. So
That's smart.
yeah, so there's and so DeSantos and Trump and Siobhan, you seem like you don't like DeSantos or the Trump.
I don't like anyone that wants to control what someone else is doing with their body.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's because I'm a
But
woman.
it's amazing
Maybe because
I think you find Biden to be stupid too.
well, he's just really old. Like, can we get a little new blood in? Like,
So
I think Biden's done some wonderful things for our country, and I respect kind of a lot of his job.
I mean, the people surrounding him, I guess.
Yeah, it's a lot of support. It's
So-
a team effort, but
in other words, it seems like people in the studio here, we all think all these options suck. Is that right? I mean, yeah, we want someone aggressive, I guess. It's
not aggressive. How about just someone like that has common sense and is like gets life a little bit, like can understand how technology works.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Can understand.
I was
that
gonna
people
say, well,
can,
with Trump, you'll get the blunt honesty, but there's people that don't like his typos.
But he's not even honest. He's not honest about his own self. Never mind being honest about the country.
Yeah.
Like if you can't be honest about yourself, you probably shouldn't be running for office.
Honest with yourself. So, what?
For Trump,
Yeah.
like half of his life is a sham. Like his dad gave him all his money. He's lost more money than he's ever made. Like he sued people for defamation for saying that he wasn't a millionaire. Like, well, you're probably not, or you weren't. You know.
He does make us smile though, doesn't he?
Yeah, like his stupidity is funny if it wasn't ruining our country.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in Biden we laugh, but it is embarrassing.
Yeah, but I'd rather be embarrassed than ashamed.
It's hard finding politicians. I mean, like out here, I feel like our politicians don't care. But then when they do go, like town hall, there's London Breed out there. She got a brick thrown at her, but it hit a teenager.
Oh no.
'Cause people see that's the problem. People are so emasculated that they're horrible athletic wise, so they hit a teenager instead of the actual London Breed. Not saying I want her to get hit. I'm just saying poor athleticism. And but I mean, and then so yeah, we have really gotten emasculated out here, where people they're not good with sports, and that shows me the other side to where is there no reality check where they're like, we can't even hold a town hall meeting without the people that we're trying to sympathize here with going against us. There comes a time to stop sympathizing, right?
Well, yeah, but like violence is never going to be the answer. And Patrick kind of touched on it earlier when he was saying, like, people can't disrespectfully have a conversation or can't respectfully disagree anymore. Like, people are so, like, thinking their ideas are part of their being.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yep.
if I just had a chat with an older Russian guy who was basically telling me the only job of women is should be, like, populating and having babies. Like, that's... And it was incredibly insulting at points, but like also I can listen to his old ass ideas and respect who he is and not be like personally attacked.
I do.
Like
no.
he was wrong and I can disagree with him, but I don't I don't have to then hate him because of his one idea.
Oh yeah. I'm all for not liking that. Support the women in that way. Your bodies are not just made for having kids, and in fact, in the world we have too many kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've not. There's more kids than have love. Like, go if you think people should be having babies, like go adopt a bunch of babies first.
I mean,
there's kids out there that need homes. Go get them.
You know,
love them.
Like you can, talk your head off all day about that, but then if you try and link in towards also no contraceptives, it's like holy crap, what the hell? You just want people breeding? What the hell?
Oh yeah, there's one congresswoman, I forget where she's from, but she's excited. She's going to be like a grandmother at 36, and she thinks that's like
same age as me.
I want people to, at least.
Jeez.
And she's proud of that fact. Like, no.
How the hell are you gonna say people have, okay, no abortion, but we also aren't giving people the help to just have sex without having kids? Because we gotta have more than just the condoms. Condoms are scary; they break. Give a backup plan.
Yep. Plan B.
Yeah.
Plan B.
It's Plan B for a reason.
Oh my gosh! Thank you for all that stuff. Oh, kids. Oh, they suck.
See, I love kids, but I love giving them back more than like.
I love when I go by a fire station and I see the baby drop-off things.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't. I just can't find the slot where you drop them off. But I would love to just do some volunteer work and just stand there and say, baby drop off, just so people
You
know.
might sound creepy.
Yeah, maybe okay. Maybe pass out a flyer. I just want people to know. Here's where you could drop off kids. You don't need to have them. I'm sorry, this was your only option. You felt like you needed to have them. Oh, what? Your kid is in his teens? You could push them through a slot. It's fine.
Except I think at that point they just find their way home.
Oh, yeah.
No, maybe the fire station will be closed. I mean, I asked my own mom. I said, why did you want this? Because I still don't get it. But yeah, so rest in peace to the Tina Turner.
Oh, yes.
And rest in peace to Tone Guns. He was a guest on my show, and he died recently.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, and we're getting some music there.
Yeah, you got it, buddy. You got it. All right, let's just hammer on this guitar when you're ready, guys.
I'm excited.
Oh yeah, should I turn on the volume a little bit, I guess?
Yeah.
You got it. This song's for all the ladies out there celebrating positivity, y'all. This is my song Lunatic. I'm a half Chinese, half Japanese rock star, a rock and roll DJ and guitar player. called No Man's Road. It's off my latest EP from Lunatic, actually. Let's play it, guys.
Yeah.
All right. Wise and
you think about that?
I think that's awesome. I like your message.
Oh yeah,
I was rocking. Yeah.
It's like Nirvana, kind of,
Yeah.
It's not like a '90s grunge song, sort of.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's cool, man.
I did write some stuff down because I listened to your podcast today.
Thanks.
She's got a podcast.
Nice. I gotta check it out too.
Why did you want to do this?
I went through some really difficult shit in life, and I did it mostly on my own, combined with the fact I've been a bartender for 20-something years. So I do like people. I hate to admit that I like people, but I really do. I think people are interesting, and I like quirky people. I like people that are a little, like, some people are like, I don't know about that person. I'm like, well, I want to know them. Okay. I want to know, like, I want to know why you wear ears every day, or, you know, like some things about someone that someone else is kind of put off by.
Yeah.
I'm usually intrigued by, because I think people are fascinating.
Oh, so you're a good bartender, okay. Because I have some bars I hate, and so you keep the bar alive at least.
That's good.
Yeah, it's community.
It's on the bartender, because they're the ones that you come in there, either they shout at how much they hate you, or they let you have your piece. Yeah. So you're on episode number 20.
I am, yeah.
I like how you keep it real.
Yeah, that was the last episode was a hard one.
I don't like people that aren't real. I mean, because you're coming in the studio with me. Why are you here if you can't keep it real and say what's on your mind? I'm never gonna edit anything. One time, that was it.
Yeah.
Wait. Do we have a caller? Is this? Wait, what the hell? Well, I don't know who that is. I don't know how to get the phone, but
probably a prank call.
Yeah, that would come in handy. Those are fun.
Like Howard Stern, right?
Oh God.
Well, Howard Stern. Then we're naked and someone's throwing ham.
And then we're back on Patrick's OnlyFans.
Yeah, that would be fun. Who's this Raul?
Raul is a friend of mine. He's a great DJ and body worker. So he's just a really good friend.
I've seen him on your show more than once.
Yeah.
You said something. I was listening real quick. Well, that's not what I was going to say. But yeah, so you deal with a lot of death.
I have,
that happens to be more than one of your shows.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, and the one that we just did wasn't planned to be about death. It was kind of going to be a little bit more about my story. But then we just, in our community, lost someone, John Wilkie, who, Patrick, you would love because he used to be a wrestler.
Oh, wow. Which promotion did he wrestle for back
he
then?
was like a semi-pro wrestler.
I see.
Here in the Bay. So you might have seen him.
Regional wrestling promotion.
Never got a chance to wrestle him.
But you might have seen him.
Vince McMahon could have signed him too, probably. Vince McMahon could have signed him back then.
Oh, probably. Yeah, he was like a really good guy and just a great. And
he could have made it to the big leagues. Like
he could have. He got injured, so he stopped wrestling. Yeah.
Oh no.
One thing that it's listening to, especially that one, because you do talk about the death a lot. But that one it hit me because I was thinking about people that ask about how someone died.
Yeah.
And it does make sense that no one needs to know. I mean, I've asked a couple times, but then more often I'm like, yeah, well, if the person didn't say it, I guess they wouldn't want to say it.
Yeah.
And it just.
Well, it also just doesn't change anything. Why does and I get the curiosity of being like, oh, how did it happen? Especially he was so young, he had a heart attack and that's what happened, or that's what we think. And for him, but for other people asking, it was. Like, why does it matter?
Oh, heart attack. Okay, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, but why would it matter? What does it change? He's not.
Yeah.
It doesn't change that he's not here anymore. So, does it satisfy you differently if you know how he killed, how they died, and not just for him, but for anyone? Why is the first question people ask?
Yeah, even when people have ended their lives that I've known, it's more like I should have spent more time where maybe if I was there, but I guess also that doesn't even matter because it's also just you never know when someone could go, so just cherish every moment.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Hey, you did say let's see where I just forgot those things. You said something actually, are there situations where it would matter?
I mean, if you're directly connected with them, yes, maybe. Or if it was a huge tragedy, but if you don't know that person, why is it one, any of your business. Two, like, why is that your first question?
And I also did like how that Raul guy said. He has one of those. He says, and like, And I stopped saying that because it was more like, but he says it in a very way that kind of is soothing.
Yeah,
Like,
you should definitely have him on. He's very interesting.
Oh, is it from? Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's a DJ in the Bay Area.
He seems like he could be a porn voice also.
He could. He would love hearing that too.
Here's what. Oh, and one thing is. You said menopause destroys you.
Oh, that was another episode. Yes.
Yeah. And I listened to it. It does.
It does. Yeah. For a lot of women.
It sucks because I always praise the menopause because I love that. I give women like a high five and all that because you can't have kids anymore. Yeah. And I'm like, good for you.
You're like, you're safe.
I don't know why it's considered an insult because I hear women saying, yeah, I wish I could. I'm like, here I am supporting you, and now you're just making it negative.
I think they're like blinded by the fact that society wants to reproduce or something, probably.
Yeah, I feel,
There's a lot of that, and then it's also
feel
like
bad for you women that society wants you, and you got those hormones, and I just pray you get rid of those hormones because it sucks.
Oh, it does, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Being a woman is like people don't realize how difficult it is. Like if a dude had to have a period every month, and cramps and all of that, like the world would be a very different place.
Oh yes.
But if that meant I can't have kids. Oh, give me those cramps and whatever it is.
Oh no, but that you get all of that
flashes.
and hot flash is terrible.
If I can't have kids, oh my gosh.
Yeah, but you have like a 10-minute snip surgery. You put a bag of peas on you, and then you don't have to worry about having kids at all.
It is sexist that a lot more men that feel this way don't have the vasectomy.
Yeah, like dudes that are always like hell bent about not having kids. Like, go get snipped. You can reverse it,
I've realized,
and it takes 10 minutes.
It's a little sexist that I have thought that way.
Oh yeah.
Like, you don't want to wear condoms, go get a vasectomy. I like, it's not really that hard of a problem to solve.
Your show is very empowering.
Thanks.
And you touch on a lot of topics. And it's like you have someone that's transitioning on one show.
Yeah.
You're trans too. Transplant.
I'm a transplant. Yes.
From the Boston.
I am.
And it's interesting how you get to know the people on your show more because I'm like, is this person is going through a change? You really have to listen to your show, which I like. Your show lets you know about the people.
Right. Yeah.
It's not just like straight to digging at them. Person's going through transition. Okay. When are we gonna get to? Okay. Now we're getting to it, but now we're also hearing more about the person and what's going on. Like, it's not just digging at what their issues are.
No, because
in that one area, just trying to get some like listenership. You want quality.
Yeah, I'm hugely about quality, and I think that's where like the small moments in life is where people's lives change. In my small opinion, is like you can't challenge someone to change their life, but if you show them and teach them and show them someone else that has done it, that gives them an empowerment to do it.
I think that's where people get more the hate for certain people because they feel like everything's just pushy. But then I'm listening to your show and it's like this person, I guess they're transgender. Yeah. And I'm not sensing like there's any kind of pushiness. The person's just going through their life. They're sort of like I kind of liked Gabe in 90 Day Fiance until I realized he just talks. He does talk too much. But before the tell-all, I was really digging the guy. In fact, I was a little jealous. Sort of. I think he has like a big penis.
Oh.
Tommy Lee.
But
no. I like that
Tommy
you just
Lee
jumped
has
to Tommy Lee.
So yeah, that would be
I haven't
more,
seen the 90 Day Fiance, so.
But he comes differently though. It comes like a woman. So I would guess I would. I don't know how big Tommy Lee's penis is.
Well, I saw the Pam Anderson tape when I was like in middle school.
But we're talking about a guy who transitioned from.
She's a woman. She's transitioned. For the person we were just talking about, she transitioned. Oh, yeah. She's non-binary now.
That,
okay.
Yeah, so now she's just they are non-binary.
It's amazing though if you're like a woman going to a man, you get to customize your penis.
You do.
That's amazing. You
Oh,
you come like a
wow.
woman though.
Well,
I mean,
and
which
when
is
you-
cool.
It's
It's more
cool,
clean.
though.
It doesn't like squirt out. It's just around your penis area, and that's like cool. You could just napkin that off. That's amazing. Like I want to customize my penis. It's just like 20 inches.
Yeah, but if you
ugh.
go the other way, you get to customize your vagina too. If you go from a dude to a woman, you get to customize your vagina
I don't
to
want
a
a
certain.
penis inside. I don't want to be penetrated by penis though.
But it's your own penis that you're being
Right.
penetrated by.
Like, oh, now that's confusing. Yeah. Wow. So, all right. So, what were your parents like, and your
My parents
and
are
your upbringing?
Oh well,
Because you get deep
we do.
Okay.
Yeah,
on your show.
we do. So I'm from Boston. I'm a second generation Bostonian. My parents were hard workers. They're good people. They've been together. They just celebrated their 51st anniversary.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they got married
Been-
right after,
wow.
like at 20.
Years.
Oh,
Yeah. Hard workers. Like we grew up poor, but not destitute. We were like middle, what used to be, I guess,
lower middle class.
lower middle class, or
Middle
like middle
America?
class. Yeah,
Mhm,
like
mhm.
I
Back
don't even
then.
know if that exists anymore.
Not in
but-
this country, at least.
Yeah.
Especially in San Francisco.
Yeah, now it's either like you have it or you don't.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, so like I grew up comfortable, and like my parents worked really hard to put me through a private school because in Boston busing still happened.
I mean, y'all say Boston.
Boston, yeah.
Like
My accent comes out once in a while.
do you know Mark Wahlberg
I
personally?
I did have a run-in with Mark Wahlberg.
Okay,
Oh.
so she is
Boston.
Boston.
Well,
yeah.
Aerosmith, they're from Boston,
They
right?
are too.
Right.
Yeah, my dad
Aerosmith.
used to clean up. My dad worked at Fenway Park back in the day when Aerosmith was no one, and he used to just throw away their records.
They're like a local band back before they
Yeah.
got signed to record label.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you got more celebrities than Jersey has, I guess.
Well, yours
Yeah, I
is Bon
used to work-
Jovi.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I dig him. Then you got Bruce Springsteen. Ugh.
Yeah, you can't. I mean,
The guy swears
The
he's
boss.
like- he swears he's the boss of America or something. Yeah.
Well, I did like his record Nebraska, which was recorded on a 4-track recording studio cassette tape or something.
The guy thinks Nebraska is like the entire U.S. See?
But that was a good record, though. I like the minimalism of that record. Actually, I have it on CD.
yeah, I mean, he is the boss. You can't really.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. It's time for a new boss, but we're still looking.
Maybe we could get like I don't know who can we get as the new boss, honestly.
I'm trying.
Miley Cyrus.
Lady Gaga.
Ooh.
Lana Del Rey? Get like a woman or a non
Pink. Pink is my.
Yeah, I think for the new boss we should get a female artist or a
Lizzo.
or artist of color basically.
Lizzo.
Or LGBT artist, honestly. Like we had the white man for so long as the boss in rock music and
It's
stuff
tr-
like
well,
that.
we've had the white men in power way too long anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Like
No.
Exactly.
So you guys got it wrong. So we need to go whiter. We need to
Oh,
go
yeah.
whiter. Let's go albino. So
All right.
So
Powder.
see, we got white and that's like, I get it. A lot of people don't like the white, but we can't be against the white either. We need to go full white. We need to go albino. We need someone albino in charge, right?
Like Mr. Freeze from Batman.
There you go. And when things go wrong, we could just freeze the nation. I can handle the cold.
You know, Arnold Schwarzenegger was
I
Mr.
can't.
Freeze
That's why I
in that
live in
movie
California
too.
now.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, yeah, you wouldn't be able to hang because if you don't like a certain weather, you really can't hang in California. We're like babies when it gets
I'm a
confusing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So your parents are from the Boston. Too,
Yeah,
huh?
born and bred. My parents have lived in the same like 7-mile radius their whole lives.
Mm.
My
Yeah.
grandmother was from Canada. One of them was from Canada. The other one grew up in Boston also.
And you
We're
never
deep roots.
you never had kids, huh?
I didn't. I came close a few times, and I was
Phew.
is
Dodged that bullet. Huh?
Yes, exactly. I'm glad nothing stuck.
Because it is a bullet. I mean, it gets inside you,
Mm-hmm.
and then your insides just they just explode.
It takes over your life.
Oh yeah.
And I see.
Oh, yeah.
I understand this. So I'm here for you women because I understand. Like I understand if I had a kid, what I would go through, and boom, I would just explode, and that is not cool. That
You can't
I-
drink. You can't smoke weed
see
when you're pregnant.
Yeah, I know, right?
Immediately it takes over.
See,
It
when it
ruins
comes
everything.
to the gays and all that, I am just I just treat people as people, but when it comes to the women, I feel like I am more an ally because that's where I become an ally. Because I understand someone needs to say, you don't need to be having the kids.
Right.
And I understand that I wouldn't want kids, so having my body, why would I want? And I refuse to put a woman through that torture of having 9 months of pain.
It's actually 10.
9 to 10 months.
Yeah, because you're still dealing with it once it comes out.
Oh man.
And,
Oh no, just pregnancy is 10 months. Everyone talks about 9, but it's actually 10.
That's I thought it was not. That's horrible. Like people, they got the pregnancy leave. Yeah, it's still no. See, men, what? See, you got the emasculated. You got men that want that now. Why do we want so many things that the women have? We complain about the things the women have. Like, come on, we don't need to complain about now guys are getting the paternity leave. If you need it, if she needs some help, but if you just want to chill, come on, man.
Or family grievances.
No, I think it's good if the dude is actually like participating and taking care of the baby and like.
Don't come to my job talking about paternity. I can't wait. Shut up. I'm over here making sure all my life I never have to put a woman through that kind of pain. See, I care about women. I mean,
we appreciate your support.
Yeah, I mean, I look at the inside. I'm like, people say, well, you were a kid one day. Yes, and I ask my mom all the time, why did you want this? Well, why? And she said at the time it was a good idea. So at the time.
And how does she feel about it now?
Well, I help her with the rent and all that stuff.
So it's still a good time for her.
Yeah. And as usual, my dad, guys, this is what guys do. I mean, not all guys. There's some good,
There's
fathers
some
out
very
there.
good dads
But
out there.
from the majority I've seen, guys' mentality is, my cum did that. That came from my sperm. Well, the women are like, the baby was inside me, and I caring and all this stuff. Guys, it seems like a lot of guys have the kind of hormones that are just, my sperm did that. That's why I was told that when I was too big to be used as a football, that's when I was no good. Oh. And that's why you see trophy. That's all. A lot of times the kids are just the trophies to the guys.
Yeah.
So I was the football, and then it was like, he's not good to use as a football anymore. He's too big. I'm too drunk to be a dad. I'm out of here. Yeah.
That sucks.
That's what I had. So, but yeah, good for you. Stay on that march of the no kids.
Oh yeah, I took my oven out. Like it's not even possible for me anymore.
Burn that cookie.
Got it right out. Like I got divorced, got my uterus out. It was two of the best decisions I ever made. Yeah.
Good. I mean, if it needs to be done, good for you. I mean, because it sounds like he wasn't good.
He was in the beginning, and then he was mad because he wanted kids. And that was not anything I ever wanted to do. Or I have almost 85 first cousins.
I'm getting a prediction here. He would have left you with. He would go, I did that, and left you.
Yeah. He would have been like, I'm gonna go golf now, and then I have bowling later, so I'll see you for dinner.
Yeah. See. So I mean, I do get. Well, gosh, now.
My mom.
I'm gonna let y'all go.
My mother was like, if I were a millennial like you, Patrick, I would have never had kids, so I would have never existed if she was a millennial. My mom was just pressure from the society of Asia at the time to have kids and get married and settle down. But if she were from my generation or a Gen Z, she would have never had kids, she told me. In her culture in Japan, it's very common for like a low birth rate these days, actually.
Right.
Declining birth rates,
That's
aging
what I
population.
like about the Asians, they don't want as many kids, and especially the China. I mean,
Japan, Korea.
China's a give and take. Like,
yeah.
Whether that COVID came from China, I mean that doesn't mean we're looking around at Asians out here. Even if they are Chinese, we're directed to that. That's there. It's not here. I mean.
Yeah, I know.
Give and take, Dennis Rodman could have went over there and solved everything in China, but that's kind of right.
Korea,
With a slam
Korea,
dunk?
North
Korea.
Korea.
With a slam
North Korea.
dunk.
Maybe that's why we don't have any problems with Korea. But you know, I mean, I love how they don't want kids really out there. Now they're like, okay, you guys can start having kids. I don't know. I mean,
I think there's like a 1-2 child policy in China, right? Still, as far as
that's
I know.
beautiful. I mean, you know, I'm not.
I think
too-
they've lifted it because of the declining population.
Yeah, I think so too. Because
Yeah.
it's just during the pandemic peak
I'm,
of
I'm
it.
not
of
too
everything
big
as
on
well.
having the government just take over and control. But I mean, people really do not seem to be very good mentally with having kids. Like they just like it's like a free for all with some people.
Well, you
out
live
here.
with a tiny
Oh my
terrorist.
Mm-hmm,
You know what I mean? Like everything has to be catered to that little tiny human that doesn't know any better.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's why people like the adults should know better though.
I think
Oh,
so.
I don't. Didn't we cover this earlier that people are really dumb?
Yeah, people are really dumb. I mean, and adults are getting worse and worse. I know grown men still sending out unsolicited dick pics. Gosh.
Oh, I
it's
hate.
us.
That's
I
one of the
hate
reasons
that,
why I
too.
had to stop the online dating.
Got that out of the way in my 20s.
Well, I guess I didn't.
I was drunk. so-
I'm a little older than you guys, so like we didn't grow up
No,
with cell phones
I
like
believe you.
at that
Mhm,
age.
mhm,
Thank
But
you.
like also, if your dick has not been in my hand, it should not be on my phone. If I have not met you, like it should not be.
Or your other
Like-
parts. I mean, depending on
Right.
what you're into.
That's
but-
too
Yeah,
much.
If you
but
weren't
just-
physically with
Yeah,
me.
like if a dude would be texting and I'd be like, I don't know, if we like let's hang out. I'm like, I'm not really feeling it, and you send me a dick pic. That's not gonna be like oh yeah, here, okay, now I'm coming
What
over.
makes the dick
It's a red flag. It's a red
What makes
flag.
the dick pic so beautiful? It's like, at least send the rest. I mean.
Oh yeah, I've gotten some shitty dick pics
That's
too.
even, yeah, it's pretty creepy.
Ooh.
You know, men are so bad that I've had dick pics, and they say they keep on talking, and I say, bro, you got the wrong number, and they say, come on, girl, just come on, admit it. It's like no, it's, and they say, send me a pic. Like
Do you send a dick pic back then?
no, I mean, I know that would be funny, but I don't know how they might like it. I don't know, because, they might go both ways. But it's like, I mean, it's like guys are so, I don't know, immature, I guess, that they will still keep on trying, even though I say, you got the wrong number.
Right.
They won't believe me. And then they'll say, send me a pic. It's like, no, just believe me. I don't want my picture on your phone. just believe this. Yeah, so yeah, weird. Yeah.
And it's just they're not. Some girls love them and dig them, and that's good on you. But like, only send them if you're asked for it.
Or you're getting that vibe.
Yeah, like
guys said it so much to where it's like, what sparked this? I mean, I saw a guy. A guy sent one, and then, I know a guy that sent one, and he said he has a habit of doing this. Like,
Yikes.
I mean, you seemed like it wasn't to me, but I know the guy, and it was like, you seem like an alright guy. I know you, but it's like if you say you have a habit of this, gosh,
how
I have a
often are
hard
you
time
sending
not-
them?
It's like, well, I mean, it's like I have a hard time not thinking you're a sex offender now. I mean, just
Well,
a predator
yeah.
in some way, because the fact that you have a problem sending these things out there.
Yeesh.
Yeah, if that's your habit.
I do think about at times Googling big penis and sending it to certain people, but yeah.
Yikes.
I don't know.
Sleep sexting on the next podcast.
Oh, there you
Sleep
go.
sexting, yeah. I have done that.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So how about that little?
It was
Mermaid?
Ambien. It wasn't me.
How about that Little Mermaid, huh?
I
Little
haven't seen it
Mermaid.
yet, but I want to.
And
I've heard it's super cheesy.
I didn't care to. It's not because she's black. It's because she's a certain kind of black. No.
It's because of the fins, isn't it?
No.
Are
it's
you
just
against
'cause
mermaids?
It's just because it's a Little Mermaid. Like
Are you
I've
against
seen,
mermaids?
I've seen the little. Maybe if she
I
was.
prefer the cartoon version.
Yeah. Like if maybe. See, the reason it's not the race. I mean, because what if she was black at first and.
But in the cartoon, though.
Or
In the cartoon or
Hispanic
something.
or whatnot.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like I already seen this. Eventually, I'll probably see it, but I've already.
It's like
Technically, I feel like I've already seen.
it's
The
like
Little Mermaid.
it's like they made Lion
have.
King CGI or something kind of.
I didn't even care for that. Yeah,
Me
but,
neither,
but
dude.
now that Melissa McCarthy is Ursula, but I might be more inclined to see it. It's just kind of messed up. Like, we're not doing Melissa McCarthy's Ursula. You know?
Oh, wasn't she like in that TV show
Bridesmaid.
Mike and Molly?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mike
Yeah.
and Molly, right? Oh yeah.
I mean, but it's kind of interesting how like,
She was on Gilmore Girls
They-
too.
Oh,
they're
that's
not
another
doing
show.
the race. They're like, oh, racism this, racism that. But with Ursula, they don't mind. That's a weight thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
A weight, not white. It's a weight
thing,
right?
yeah.
They're like, they're putting her into like
A heavy suit.
more overweight role.
Although
That's
didn't
messed up, ain't it?
yeah, but like that Shallow Hal movie, didn't people just try to cancel that like recently about like Gwyneth Paltrow having on a fat suit, and they were like, that's wrong
that's
too.
so sad because she looks horrible now, Gwyneth Paltrow.
She
And
does?
I'm not saying
She
anything
does?
about weight or race. I mean, white people are they kind of look the same, but
Some age faster
but
than others, I
she
guess.
just has really deteriorated a little bit.
I haven't seen her recently.
Yeah, when she was on that trial recently, I was like, oh my
Oh,
gosh,
boy.
she was the hot one in Shallow Hal. Now it would be role reversed, and she would be dreaming of Jack Black.
Well,
Wait,
it is
Jack
like
Black,
the year of it is like the time of the geeks right now. Like geeks are sexy.
Yes.
I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know if enough geeks are like embracing that, but like
Yes.
it is like the great time to be a geek.
If I was into dudes, it would be I'd be gay.
Or Asian guys in general too,
Oh.
because like BTS and stuff like
I
that
don't know if I would
too.
be into Asian guys. Well, I mean, I don't know. I see. I'm not gay. I think that is the difference between being gay. I could be like, yeah, he's yeah. it's good.
Attractive is attractive.
He's an attractive looking dude.
Oh yeah.
But like I can't go any further than that. There's that blockage. I think. Like if I would go, yeah, he's really hot. I think that's where I don't comprehend the super hotness.
Oh,
I
okay.
can just go, he's attractive. Oh yeah, well let's we gotta hear your last songs and then.
Let's play the last song actually. The
Yeah,
song
okay.
"Victory," which is the last song on the set list. There was another song that was 10 minutes long, so let's just skip to the last song.
Should we play a little bit of that song and then also?
Yeah. How about you could play like 2 minutes into that track, then just fast forward to the last one.
Oh, yeah,
Like a
okay.
medley kind of like.
Okay.
Thing.
This is like on the fly
Tell
kind of.
me where you
Let's
would like
play
to-
a few minutes of
Right
that.
there?
No, just start at the beginning.
80s.
Beginning of the 80s. Then it's around 2 minutes. Just skip to the next
Right here?
track. Yeah.
That's 80s
This one
one.
here?
One above that.
Above, yeah.
Then
Then skip it to the next track after
Probably
that.
just give him a cue to move on to the next
Okay.
one.
Let's play it.
confused. You know, it's where we mourn. It's in 4th of July. You gotta know the differences here, because we as a nation are getting stupider. I feel like me talking, like people watch my lips when I talk now, so I realize I'm probably not. I'm getting dumber.
Oh.
And grammar, I suck at. I used to be really good at it. So yeah, we need to be smarter as a nation. Yeah, we can't.
Can't forget our
parties
past.
are separating. Yeah, math. I don't know. We can forget math. Grammar.
No,
is important.
past. You're past.
Yeah, past. Like,
Oh, yeah.
We gotta be thankful for our veterans.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like I gotta say this stuff, or else there's gonna be bad messages with the Paul, because these ones are Memorial Day. My mom thought this was important. She wants to. They say that let us know that. Wait, it's not time for a quiz thing. Oh, in 2000, you guys might like this. You like the Bill Clinton, right? He signed the National Moment of Remembrance Act, which asks Americans to pause for 1 minute at 3 p.m. in an act of national unity. So I suppose no one here did that.
I didn't.
So
I didn't even
I
know.
did go visit my Veterans Park though this morning.
You did?
Pay my respects. Yeah,
okay,
I do
so
that
you
often
actually
though.
don't really. Okay, because I didn't do the 3 p.m. thing, so I was
Me
gonna do
neither.
Maybe 3 a.m.
Oh, all right.
But
wow.
you're off the hook there.
That's good.
And, so the Civil War, who remembers that? It was
I'm not that old.
in the spring of 1865. That was a great time. I remember.
My
that.
great grandparents were probably in Japan back then, battling the samurais or something.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know. I don't know my ancestry
So-
that far back though.
There's some woman named Gloria Gaynor. She's someone special on Memorial Day.
Oh yeah, she definitely is actually.
Although I kept, what is she? 'Cause
Was
I
she-
kept thinking of the singer. I don't know who she was. They were talking about.
Was it the feminist, right?
The
Are you talking about Gloria Steinem?
Oh, Gloria Steinem, yeah,
Gloria-
right? Gloria
I
Steinem,
think it was a
actually.
Gaynor. I mean, I just.
Oh, I'm
I just wrote down
lost,
that
bro.
name.
Today's all about the guys in the service.
I just wrote-
or
I mean,
men and women in the
Because
service.
I know the singer did "I Will Survive" that song.
Oh, that's the one.
Which-
That's the one. Yeah, that's
Which
the one.
like, see, so as a straight man, I could be along with the community like we always talk about.
Oh yeah.
But I have my different meanings. Like I love the "I'm Coming Out" song. It means I'm coming out of my house,
Oh yeah.
and I'm coming out. Because when I leave work, I love to sing "I'm Coming Out" because I
yeah.
love coming out of that hellhole.
Oh yeah.
And, you know, on TV it was nothing but NASCAR today, and
NASCAR.
Larry King's prostate issue,
Oh no, I didn't know he was still alive, isn't he?
and no, but he's got
Oh
his
gosh.
he's got his.
Y'all just took a left turn there.
So he's dead, right?
I'm
He's
like,
gotta be dead.
He's gotta be right.
Gotta be dead, right? He's
This is
dead,
how we're
right?
ending our
Well,
episode.
during the 2-minute warning.
Because he looked. He. I'm pretty sure he looked dead, but
I
but
think
yeah.
he looked dead for a lot
So,
of his
oh,
career.
man.
so we're ending things and just letting you know that I guess his prostate issues will always be with us because I just keep seeing that show, but nothing else about Larry King. So yeah, his prostate is always with us, and you know, and yeah, I was watching that Memorial. Anyone watch the Memorial Day thing today, the parade and all that?
Oh
did
no,
not.
Speeches.
no.
Yeah, I was watching this. The woman was sniffing, and it's like we have to know our history. The woman was doing a speech, and my mom was getting annoyed. And I stop. Politicians, a lot of them are cokeheads. So I understand this. I don't see it. Like let the woman talk. She's doing the coke. You know, it's fine. So is it last words?
Last words.
Yeah, give us where you guys are promoting. Where do you promote yourself?
Oh yeah, where do you promote?
you can-
OnlyFans, right?
But no, OnlyFans is gone. It's gone though. But you can follow me on Instagram at lunatic LEWNATIC 415. I'm also on YouTube. Just search up Patrick Lou Band.
You can listen to the podcast anywhere you listen to your podcast. It's called Ducking Reality. TEA, like you're spilling the tea, because that's what people do when they come and hang out and chat.
Oh, here you go. We need to thank the military for their service.
Yes,
And-
always.
And Memorial Day was also called Decoration Day at one time.
Oh wow, I know.
Yeah, did you put your tree out?
Well, my parents are very Asian. We don't celebrate that stuff
No.
usually.
Yeah, I guess we're done here because it also says Newsom. Who likes that guy? And something about the school board focusing on LGBTQ.
Oh, okay.
But they forgot about a school student support. But they forgot about a CIS people.
CIS.
That means you're like, that's me, right?
Yeah,
Well, I
that's
am
you.
too, but I identify myself as non-binary though, because I'm Madeline as well.
Oh,
So
yeah,
you're
that's-
two people. Yeah, that's your alter ego.
Yeah, but I kind of identify myself as non-binary in
That's-
a very strange sense.
They had a
though.
TV show about that called United States of Tara.
Oh yeah, I remember that show.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
I want an alter ego. Because you're like, oh, yeah, hey, I can't help what I did.
Isn't your drunk
that-
version your alter ego?
Am I- that-
It's a Hannah
hey,
Montana
hey,
TV
hey,
show.
you can't tell me I was in the wrong because I'm Buck and I like to fuck. If you watch the show.
All right,
Oh,
let's
yeah.
say goodbye to your fans.
I have fans?
You do.
Oh.
You've had live listeners on Twitch, YouTube,
Wow.
Facebook, and Africa.
I have
Yeah.
fans.
What countries?
So there you go. Say goodbye and happy Memorial Day.
Oh, bye.
Thank you guys.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. Oh, wait.
Vanilla.